What is going on everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's episode of the Turbo MX5 build, we're going to be installing this twin core aluminium radiator by Stoney Racing, which has a double fan shroud on the back. So we're going to be wiring one up to the existing wiring, which comes on when the thermostat reaches a certain temperature, and the other one's going to be wired up to a switch in the car, which we can switch if we want extra cooling, if the coolant temperature gets too hot, or if we're driving hard on track, something like that. If you're new here, my name's Oscar, aka Exhausted. I provide automotive content for the entire automotive sector. So if you're new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell for the latest content. But without no further ado, let's get into the video. So first of all, we're going to drain the old coolant from the cooling system to allow us to take off the old radiator. So we're now going to take off the rest of the hoses. So we've got one at the top right here. So we just move this clamp out the way and then wiggle it off. Now this one's a lot stiffer than the other one, so just got to give it a bit of more force. Just pull that pipe off, just like that. Came off nicely. And we've just got one more pipe here. Just pulls off, and we will pop that out the way as well. So now we're going to go ahead and unclip this little piece here. It's just connected to the fan and right to here. And then I'm going to unclip this extra wire from the manifold and set it over to one side. So that's all disconnected. And then we just have two bolts either side. I don't know if you can see, but there's a bolt right there and the exact same location on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and move that. So that's two 12mm bolts. So remove those and then the fan should be completely loose from the car. So we're just going to connect the old wiring harness off the old radiator into the new ones for the new radiator, and then it will just plug in like OEM. So guys, we've just wired up the first one, and this set has come, which is going to be so handy for wiring. So we're going to wire up the second fan to our switch inside the car, so we can choose when we want it on and off. And we're going to use all of these bad boy connections to do so. So I've already wired up the positive, which goes straight into the switch, and then the other side of the switch is going to go to a 12-volt switched power source, and then our negative is going to go to any ground, and we're going to basically use one of these ring terminal connections, which is going to allow us to screw it into an existing place where we have a bolt, which makes our life a lot easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to go crimp all these down, and then we should have a working circuit for the second fan. We've just wired the positive up to this terminal block, which you guys would have seen in the previous episode in part 2 of the wideband install. So that's got positive there. So now if we go ahead and put our keys in the ignition, got a switch right here, so we're going to flick that to on, and hopefully you can hear that. Well, it is coming. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm just going to put our fan comes on, and now we're going to go ahead and switch it off. And that noise is not there. The only sound that you may be able to hear is the fuel pump, which is continuously on. So now the radiator is fully installed, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing a brake hose on the offside kind of front of the car. So that's because I've got a leak there, which is very dangerous obviously if you're going to be braking. So we're going to have to swap it over with one of these bad boys. And yeah, I thought I'd include it into this video because there's no point doing an install of a brake hose. That's just like a really quick job. So yeah, extra bit at the end of this video for you guys. So let's crack on and install this. And as you can see, these brakes do need a refresh, but that's something that's definitely coming to a YouTube channel near you soon. So now we're going to go in with some shock and unlock, which is basically like a WD-40, and we're just going to spray both these bolts a lot, because this one on this side isn't as important, but basically what I mean by that is the one up here is basically connected to a hard line, and you don't want to be breaking that line. So we're going to just spray these to absolute fuck, wait a couple of seconds, and then we're going to undo those. So guys, turns out we have a seized bolt up here which we can't undo, which isn't great at all, which means we can't get that out. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to buy a new hard line for this side as well, and take the whole thing out basically, including that, and then put both of the new ones together. So hopefully that doesn't cost an absolute fortune. We'll have to search for it online and see how much it's going to cost me. But yeah, very, very fucking annoying. So guys, just looked on eBay really quickly, and the replacement one's only a tenner, so it's not the end of the world. Only thing which is going to be a bit more difficult is working out how exactly we're going to actually remove that whole assembly from there. Maybe some drilling, angle grinding, stuff like that, which isn't too fun, but yeah, we'll get it out and then put the new one in. So that should come within the next week, which is really annoying because this might be done within the week, but I won't be able to get it MIT'd or anything like that because we've got this problem. But yeah, we'll have to wait. Just what happens with any project car, isn't it? You buy one piece, then you need to buy another piece because the bolts are seized. It's an absolute nightmare, but we'll have it sorted very quickly. So guys, that was the install of the radiator and wiring up the switch on the extra fan for that radiator. We also tried, like you just saw, to do the brake hose. We ran into a couple of problems, but I've ordered that now, so we'll be able to fix that pretty soon. I'm not going to take all of it out now because then all of the brake fluid will leak out, even though we're going to have to top it up or fill it up completely anyway, but it's just long to do it all now. I'll do it all in one video next time. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe down below and turn on that notification bell, which is right next to the subscribe button. That would mean the absolute world to me, and it helps you stay up to date with the latest automotive content from your man exhausted.
From your man exhausted.
But yeah, until the next one guys, adios.